Hey y'all, it's Betsy from Cuttin Corners Vinyl in Nederland, Texas. Today's video is a little bit different. We're going to go over if you either have a machine or you're thinking about getting a machine, the pros and cons and the things that you're going to need to be able to get into vinyl cutting or paper crafting using either the Cricut, which this is the Cricut Maker right here. And then I also have the Silhouette Cameo 3. There are pros and cons to each of them. Now, the Cricut is the easiest by far to get started with. You can import in SVGs that you purchase on Etsy or on my website. So the Cricut is the easiest to get started with. Cons of it are you have to have internet access to use it, but you can use it on an iPad. The Silhouette Cameo 3, which is sitting right here, the design software is much better, but if you're wanting to import in SVGs, you have to pay extra for the designer upgrade or even higher, like I have the business version of their software. But they both do roughly the same things. You can get the Cricut to be able to do everything that the Silhouette does if you have an outside art program, such as Inkscape, which is free. It is an open source art program available on the internet. The problem with an open source art program is it can be a little bit complicated and people can go in and change the source code at any moment. You can also use CorelDRAW, which is what I personally use. That is available for about $169. You can buy it at Office Depot, Best Buy, Amazon, those types of things. Or you can use like Adobe Illustrator, anything that will create vector artwork. Vector artwork. Let's understand what vector artwork is versus your typical picture. Now, if you would take and zoom into a JPEG, when you zoom into it, you see all these little squares. Now, the difference between that and a vector is made out of curves. So whenever you zoom in or you expand it, it will always look exactly the same. So coming from a big signs perspective, which is where my career started in this, you can take the same image if it's in vector format and make it as big as you need for a billboard, or you can squeeze it down to teeny, an inch by an inch, and the artwork will always look the same. So those are how you get started with artwork. I have an Alienware computer. You can use a Mac. You can use any type of home PC. It does not have to be a powerhouse PC like that, but I do hardcore artwork plus we use it for rendering videos, so it's a little bit more powerful. You can use an iPad with the Cricut Design Studio. I'm not sure about iPads with Silhouette. I haven't really used an iPad with it. So that's the basics of what machines. Plus there's a few others, Brother Scan and Cut, the GCC iCraft. I have one of those up there that's hidden behind on the top of my desk. And then they have big professional cutters made by GraphTech and things like that. Now, it's okay. So, and excuse if the video is kind of funny, we are doing it on my phone today, so that way we can walk around with it, so bear with the little funny parts. If you're wanting to do heat transfer vinyl, which HTV for short, you will need either a heat press. This is my big Mama Jamma. This is a Stahl's Hottronics Air Fusion. For most people, this is out of their price range. These start off about $4,000, but I do this for a living, but they have some really good ones on Amazon, such as the Power Press. They run about $150 for a full-blown heat press. But I will honestly say the Cricut Easy Press, which is $150 as well, is one of my favorite presses to use. I use it all the time. You can also use your home iron. You always use it on your cotton settings. This takes a little bit more work than a heat press or the Cricut Easy Press. And for doing small detailed work, your flat iron is your best friend. I use this more for doing craft projects than I do for using it on my hair. So that's kind of the basic gist. For heat transfer as well, you will need, mine fell on the floor, Teflon sheet, Teflon pillow. I use with my Cricut Easy Press, this is my Steady Betty. It's 15 by 24 inch. You can purchase it on steadybetty.com. And then t-shirt guide, which I have a 16-inch here, and we'll go over again if you're purchasing this on our website how you use it. My press is 16 by 20 inch. So you line it up on the top two corners. That's how you always find perfect center on your shirt. Now when I use it with my Steady Betty, I will use a 15-inch because I can lay my shirt out over the top of it and I still have perfect center. There are 4 different sizes online offered: a 9-inch, a 15-inch, a 12-inch, and a 16-inch. Order the size for your press, or if you don't have a press, whatever size you feel comfortable with. Now, if you're planning on doing the wet method for application of sticker vinyl, application fluid, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room, and if you're doing a big decal, it helps get the bubbles out underneath. You do not have to use the wet method. I just like to use it sometimes. Now, this is the Easy Weeding Wooden Pick. This is my favorite pick. It is available on our website, but you can use the one that comes with a Cricut or Silhouette or order those. This is just my favorite because it is more like using a pencil. It is easy to use to weed vinyl. And if you look back through my videos, I'm a fast weeder. And if you're wondering what weed is, it is the extra material that you are pulling off the vinyl. That's a professional phrase. Squeegees, always great. Felt edge, when you're going over the outside of vinyl without protective cover of transfer tape. And then also just a regular squeegee when you're squeegeeing down a sticker. Those are things that you will use all the time. And pretty much once you have them, you don't need a whole bunch of them. But in my case, I go through a bunch. Transfer tape, this is what's available on our website. You can use what you're comfortable with. They have contact paper and stuff like that. I haven't ever personally tried it, but you can get it at the Dollar Tree if that's something you're wanting to do. This is what you place over your sticker vinyl to be able to transfer it to your cup, your signboard, whatever you're wanting to do with it. So, and if you look on my wall, whenever I use a piece of transfer tape, I stick it to the wall and I will reuse it because this stuff's like gold. It's pricier than vinyl, but I use it all the time. Now, we're going to take a little walk through the store. So again, excuse our mess. We are expanding, so be happy for us. If you take a look over here while we are making our walk, this is my pre-treat machine, and that is my Brother Direct to Garment. And if you want to look closely over here, I'm going to cover the face, but this is a direct to garment shirt. I print directly with this machine onto the shirt. It's like screen printing, but if you only want to do one shirt, it's great. Hold on, my microphone cord got caught under my box. So we're walking through, and as you can see, this is where we cut down vinyl. We got transfer tape. We got a big mess of everything all around here. Extra rulers because we're packaging up orders to ship out. There's Cameron over there rolling rings. That's one of the things we do to help stand out from the crowd. We roll our vinyl instead of laying it flat. So this is the storefront of our store. Now, and we sell like the Cricut mats and Teflon pillows. These are great too. These are Teflon flat iron covers. So if you are using your flat iron, you don't have to worry about messing up your object with like gunk from your hair. Application fluid, the rulers, squeegees. Thermo tape, which I'm out of up front, I have it in the back, is another great product. But this is the main type of vinyl we sell online. This is the Oracal 651. This is a permanent adhesive. This is professional grade sign material. It has a 6 to 7 year outdoor lifespan, other than red, which is like 5 years, because red fades faster than any other color. Works great. Now, people ask me all the time, what's the difference between 651 and 631? 631 is a removable adhesive. It is not made to be permanent. You don't use it outdoors. And down here where we live in Southeast Texas, I would not recommend it at all, because our heat and humidity, like it's January 8th, it is 60 degrees outside. Yes, we've had a few cold days, but typically it doesn't drop below like 50 degrees. That's like the lowest of low that we get around here. So I definitely recommend sticking more with your permanent adhesive vinyls. So we have tons of colors, which there's a lot of rolls in the back. We are still trying to restock from the Christmas rush. And then you start getting into your heat transfer. And one of the easiest ways you can tell the difference between a heat transfer vinyl and a sticker vinyl is the heat transfer vinyl has plastic on the front and you mirror your cut. So you lay it down and it's backwards when you cut it. So when you put it on the shirt, it's front ways. It has transfer tape built in. That's a cool feature about it. With sticker vinyl, you've got to cut it straight and then put tape over it. But see how that has a paper backing. These are FDC Ultra Metallics. We also stock, this is the Oracal 951. It is a great outdoor vinyl. It has like a 9 to 10 year outdoor rating. And 951 comes in all the standard colors that 651 comes in, but it is a cast vinyl versus a calendared. Cast vinyl is made a little bit thinner and it is made to go over curves. So it is a wonderful, wonderful product. We stock a lot of specialty material. As I said, excuse the empty shelves. You should see all, well, you saw how much vinyl we have in the back. Trying to continue fixing up from Christmas is almost crazy. We still have the Christmas tree up. So that's just kind of how it goes. Then we have prints up here. These are all printed on the Caesar color print. And then all of our prints over here for the adhesive vinyl are printed on Oracal. We have a Roland Eco Solvent printer that is at our other location. And one day I will show a video. I get asked all the time about inkjet printable. I have not found a good inkjet printable film. So I definitely recommend either trying to invest in a eco solvent or a latex printer, or get with your local sign shop, and then we can take and they can help you get your prints done. This is made to be permanent. So all in all, that's roughly what you need, and that's the basic info of vinyl for you. Now, I may not have explained everything completely or perfectly. I mean, I try to do my best, but I'm not perfect. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. We try to answer as many as possible, and we may take the questions that you leave down below and do another Q&A video. But this is just, we get a lot of questions over how to get started and what you need and things like that. For my business, this is my square. Love this thing. But anyways, so remember to check us out on all of our social medias, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter. They are all linked in the description box down below. If you're interested in a tutorial over this makeup look, I get questions about that all the time. You'd be surprised. I have another channel that I just started, is Betsy Gocher. That's it. I will leave a link in the description box as well. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, which is right down here. And if you hit the little bell icon next to it, it will notify you when we post new videos. And don't forget, I will link the description for the scrap box drawing for February. We give away a huge scrap box every month, which is filled with prints and heat transfer and regular adhesive vinyl. So we go through a ton of vinyl, and it is a good, like, for when you're getting started. All you have to do is comment and be subscribed to our channel and comment on that video to be entered, which will be drawn on February the 4th. So thanks, and y'all have a great day.